Good evening, parents, guardians, friends, and our senior class of 2020. I am Joe Rawlings, principal of Seabreeze High School. Welcome to our Senior Awards Honors Recognition Program. Seniors, on behalf of our entire faculty and staff, I would like to thank you for an unforgettable senior year and all that you have accomplished. Seniors, your year will be one for the history books. We began the year with a hurricane and ended with a pandemic. But through it all, you persevered and accomplished great things. To quote Michelle Obama, "It's important for you to understand that your experience facing and overcoming adversity is actually your biggest advantage." Seniors, the life skills you learn through this year's challenges will prepare you to overcome obstacles once you leave high school and will go a long way to ensuring future success. Now it is time for our program to begin. Sit back and relax, and welcome to our Senior Awards Honors Recognition Program for 2020.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening. I'm Miss Morgan, Activities Director, and tonight I have the privilege of introducing our Super Crabs of the Quarter. This recognition honors 8 seniors every academic quarter for a specific category: scholarship, citizenship, athletics, and special achievement. Super Crabs are presented with a plaque, a gift certificate, congratulated on the daily announcements, and their photographs are displayed in the main administration building. So let's get started. The Super Crabs of the first quarter are scholars, Dylan Anderson and Hannah Burke. Citizens, John Sinceric and Ashley Gartrell. Athletes, Harley Rossi and Connery Cassidy. And special achievers, Hunter Murphy and Hannah Rice. Super Crabs of the second quarter, scholars, Ben Kuftick and Madison Domeyer. Citizens, Louis DeSico and Emily Rock. Athletes, Avery Randolph and Samantha Roberts. And special achievers, Joe Justice and Vivi Feigenbaum. Super Crabs of the third quarter, scholars, Daniel Horton and Rahaf Salza. Citizens, Jacob Kantner and Sydney Jackson. Athletes, Victor Lipsy and Tawana Richards. And special achievers, Colby Clayson and Ashlyn Carr. And now it is my pleasure to reveal our fourth quarter Super Crabs. Scholars, Andrew Lagrada and Anna Sanchez. Citizens, Jaron Hopkins and Jackie Myers. Athletes, Robert Truer and Abby Okarski. And special achievers, Matt Mundy and Bailey McCrary. Congratulations to all our Super Crabs.
Being good isn't good enough. Being good won't be good enough. high. I must fly extra high, and I'll need special wings so far to go from so far below. Should I try? Am I strong enough? Is there time? Have I long enough? Gotta fly, and if I fall, that's the way it's gotta be. There's no other way for me. Being good just won't be good enough. I'll be the best, oh, nothing at all. I'll try. Am I strong enough? Is there time? Have I long enough? Gotta fly, and if I fall, that's the way it's gotta be. There's no other way for me. Being good just won't be good enough. I'll be the best, or nothing at
Congratulations to the class of 2020. We did it. I think by now we all realize that everyone who told us that these years in high school would fly by so fast were right. In our 4 years, this class has accomplished so much. Whether it be music, sports, or academics, I am honored to be in front of the class of 2020. With each challenge our class has faced, I believe it has brought us all together. From hurricanes to a global pandemic, these experiences have made us stronger. We all knew that after high school, we'd have to take time in our own hands with college and jobs. But who knew it'd be 3 months before the end of senior year? I think we all can appreciate how hard our teachers worked to make those last 3 months comfortable for us. So I'd like to say a huge thank you to them. It is safe to say that we will remember this year for the rest of our lives. But with all that has happened, I cannot express how much joy it brings me to still have the privilege of having this ceremony. Seniors, I want you all to remember how nervous we were trying to find our class freshman year, peeking through the glass to see if we knew anyone or what our teacher looked like, and making sure we looked nice and were on time. Now look at us. We confidently barged into our class with our iced caramel macchiatos in hand. Think back to sophomore year when we were so relieved not to be at the bottom of the food chain, or at the end of junior year where we prepared ourselves to race to the senior lot. We all see how that turned out. But in all seriousness, high school was the best time of my life so far, and I owe it to this school and to all of you. I hope you all cherished it as much as I did, because no matter how much we want to go back, we can't. I know it was hard not having that last day of school, but we can only look forward. Whichever way the future takes you, always take the scenic route. We're expected to plan out our lives ahead of us after these times, but I couldn't even plan on what shoes to wear until I was getting out of the car. It's time to really slow down and shape ourselves into the best version possible. At times we know life doesn't make much sense, but what we make of it is completely ours. As we prepare for the future, we must pride ourselves in each accomplishment we make. High school graduation is not the finish line, but the ready, set, go into the rest of our lives.
Good evening. My name is Lisa Gilbert, Assistant Principal at Seabreeze High School. Congratulations to our class of 2020. We are so proud of your hard work and dedication. We will begin our program with our Distinguished Honor graduates by their level of distinction. We will begin with cum laude, GPA of 3.5 to 3.6. Janina Boydis, Jamie Kaywood, Adon Koma, Isabella Cruz, Celeste DiLorenzo, Nicholas Evans, Amber Fletcher, Maya Geritano, Dasha Hernandez, Brooklyn Hunter, Taylor Kirk, Brianna Lambright, Mario Latour, Isabel Martinez, Jasmine Martinez, Isabel McClin, Jacob Moore, Riley Nettles, Abby Pace, Cody Parks, Ryan Phelan, Corey Redden Jr., Jeffrey Rivers, Emily Rock, Harley Rossi Gardner, Cameron Savory, Madison Sloan, Sean Stamper, Kimberly Tyler, Otto Weston.
I'm Leah Paul, an English teacher at Seabreeze High School. Each year, senior students are invited to compose a poem to appear on the Most Influential Teacher Award. This year's selected poem is entitled The Art of Influence by Lisa Jordan. Please enjoy Lisa reading her winning poem.
How the ocean shapes its floor, the sand tumbling in the waves and currents, drawn by forces unknown, creating hiding places and open water where life may grow. How the sun bends and refracts light off of raindrops, in prisms, off of the flowers and in the clouds, reflecting the goals of the light to establish color, to create wonder, to allude to the mystery of the sky and its powers. How you cultivate lands within the minds of the lost and meek, lifting their eyes to see the path ahead. The art of the influence found in your presence, remembered by the ones who felt it.
And now it is time for the first round of our Most Influential Awards. Every year, seniors get the opportunity to reflect and nominate the most influential adult during their time at Seabreeze High School. The following students would like to recognize the following individuals that impacted them the most.
My name is Kayla Sandenkol-Heffer, and my most influential person is Mrs. Botkin. Mrs. Botkin has been in my life for 4 years. On my first day in her class, I saw my path towards life as an artist illuminated in the soft glow of her projector. When I failed my first college music audition, she reassured me that it didn't matter. There are other places to go and other means of expressing myself without being a music major. And she was right. Without her, I wouldn't have had a comforting place to eat lunch every day, either with or without my friends that I made through her class, and I certainly wouldn't be half the person that I am today. To Mrs. Botkin, I say thank you.
Connor Bates' most influential person is Mrs. Campanella. In Connor's words, Mrs. Camp is undoubtedly one of the few people I've met during my time at Seabreeze High School that have made an impact that exceeds the red brick halls of school. She has helped me greatly with many aspects of life, whether it be academic or basic problems of being a teenager. Her door is always open if you need to talk or need guidance. Mrs. Campanella has been the most influential person to me these past 4 years. She is the epitome of what a teacher should be, and I am forever grateful for all the help she has given to me.
My name is Amber Pinkerton, and my most influential person is Mrs. Campanella. Without Mrs. Campanella, there is no way I would have survived high school. She has been by far the most influential to me and my high school experience. There are times that I was unsure about my decisions I was making for college, or even simpler things like I couldn't get my senior ID, but she was always there. I will definitely be sad not having Mrs. Camp's firecracker energy right by my side, but I know that she's only a text away and her room will always be open to me. Mrs. Campanella has not only been the most influential on my high school experience, but my life as well. I will never stop thanking her for all she has done.
My name is Brooklyn Velasco, and my most influential person is Mr. Hernandez. As I walked into Mr. Hernandez's physical science honors class sophomore year, I could see that the class was filled with a multitude of upperclassmen who in my mind could tell I was incredibly nervous. But Mr. Hernandez always greeted me with a smile and a comment that was sure to make me laugh every time. And he was always so dedicated to making sure that I was successful. And every day I walked into that class, I felt wanted.
And while I attempted to balance high school and trying to figure out the kind of person that I was, Mr. Hernandez knew that high school wasn't easy, and he decided to work hard to make sure that I got help in any way I could. And the support system that Mr. Hernandez provided me throughout high school is a gift that I will carry with me throughout my entire life.
My name is Anaya King, and my most influential person is Miss Kepner. I've known Miss Kepner for 4 years. I've had her freshman year taking her English 1 honors class, and now I'm in her senior ACE literature class. Miss Kepner is one of the most caring, loving, and most fun teachers that I've ever had. And truly, it is astonishing that now I realize Miss Kepner has seen me at my best and at my worst. She has always tried to help me overcome whatever I was going through. Mentally, she helped me see the world in a brand new way, and I'm so excited to have met such a wonderful human being.
My name is Abby Okarski, and my most influential is Mrs. Kepner. A teacher has to love their students first, and Mrs. Kepner understands the importance of those relationships. She makes every day feel important and exciting. Mrs. Kepner has the biggest heart and is always wanting her students to have the best time. She sets the example for putting in hard work and being genuine. Thank you for being the best parts of my year.
My name is Kylie Beck, and my most influential person is Miss Lemon. When looking back at my past 4 years at Seabreeze, Miss Lemon has been without a doubt my most influential teacher during my high school career. Not only did I learn valuable information that will help me in my future career in medicine, but I also learned the importance of being a genuine and caring person and being there for others, as Miss Lemon has been for me. When she was not teaching, she was taking the time to truly get to know her students, and I learned very early on in the year how much she cared about each one of us. I cannot thank you enough for all of your kindness and support.
Hi, my name is Louis DeSico, and my most influential person is Miss Rudolph. Miss Rudolph, I can say with confidence that I have learned and grown the most in your class. Never in all my years of schooling have I met a teacher with as much kindness as you. During this final year of high school, I've been blessed to work with you through NHS, which shows that not only are you an amazing math teacher, but you are also a kind, thoughtful leader. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I will never forget the impact you've had on my life.
Hello, my name is Madison Domeyer, and my most influential person is Miss Rudolph. Miss Rudolph has been supportive throughout high school and has helped shape me into the person I am today. She has the ability to inspire me to dream big and chase after all of my goals. Miss Rudolph has always been supportive of my dreams, encouraging me to never give up. Without Miss Rudolph, high school would not have been the same. She has helped shape me into the person I am today and has made a lasting impact within my life.
Zoe Emerson's most influential person is Mrs. Rudolph. In Zoe's words, ever since I can remember, I've always hated math. When I walked into Mrs. Rudolph's class the first day of my junior year, my mindset completely changed. From day one, I could just tell how passionate she was and how much she really loved teaching. She's the type of person that makes sure everyone is okay before herself. Mrs. Rudolph has by far been my favorite teacher, and I know I will never forget her.
Good evening, seniors, parents, family, and friends. I'm Mike Austin, Director of School Counseling, and I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate all of you on the scholarships you're receiving and the awards that will be presented to each of you tonight. I'm so glad that even in the midst of the pandemic crisis and the social distancing requirements that are in place, that we're able to recognize your accomplishments. Congratulations. Now, with the help of some of the administrators and the guidance staff, we'll present the scholarships from the community. The Healthy Futures Partnership between Volusia County Schools and Advent Health supports the education of the next generation of healthcare professionals. The winner of the 2020 Advent Health Scholarships are Kylie Beck and Madison Domeyer. Through the charitable fundraising activities, the American Legion Riders Chapter 267 is honored to be able to award a $1,000 scholarship to help with the continued education of local students. Congratulations to Kaya Leatherwood for winning this year's scholarship. In 1996, Mrs. Grace Berger donated $500,000 to Seabreeze High School in the name of her late husband to establish the Frank Berger Memorial Fund. Each year, a portion of this fund shall be used to honor one or more Seabreeze High School seniors in recognition of outstanding achievement and potential in mathematics. This year's recipients are Daniel Horton, Andrew Lagrada, Tanya Luby, and Rahef Zaza. The members of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity are proud to provide scholarships each year to encourage students to pursue higher education. This year, the $1,000 Alpha Phi Alpha scholarship will go to Emmanuel Radcliffe.
Hello, seniors and families. I'm Christine Villafane, one of the school counselors here at Seabreeze. I'm so happy to share in your impressive accomplishments this evening. Your hard work all year has definitely paid off. Even during this COVID pandemic, you proved that you could persevere above and beyond. Congratulations and best of luck in your plans next year. Since its inception in 2015, the Blanzensky Scholarship Committee has awarded over $50,000 in scholarships to local students. Congratulations to Seabreeze High School senior Kennedy Howard for receiving a $2,000 scholarship from this organization. The Seabreeze High class of 1966 has set up a scholarship fund to honor their classmates who have passed away and to encourage graduating seniors to go on to pursue higher education. This year's recipient of the class of 1966 scholarship is Hannah Peterson. Seabreeze High School alumni of the class of 1967 have responded generously enough to provide scholarships to current Seabreeze seniors for almost 20 years. This year, $1,500 scholarships will be awarded to honor those classmates such as Dana Ray Jack, who have passed away, and to assist seniors in pursuing their educational goals. Congratulations to Jacqueline Myers and Amber Pinkerton for receiving these scholarships.
Good evening, everyone. This is Jeff Miller, Assistant Principal at Seabreeze High School. I'd like to welcome you tonight to our senior awards, and it is my privilege tonight to honor these following students with the special awards that they will be receiving tonight. The Daughters of American Revolution is a service organization dedicated to historic preservation and promotion of educational and patriotic endeavors. Each year they present a Good Citizens Award to students who amplify dependability, service leadership, and patriotism in the school, home, and community. This year, the Good Citizen Award goes to Jenna LeBlanc. This year, Daytona State College allocated $18,000 from its Foundation Scholarship Fund to award outstanding graduation seniors who played and attended Daytona State College. Juliana Tenaik is the recipient of this year's award. Jeremy York DeLiner, a 2001 graduate of Seabreeze, was a friend to everyone. His life was tragically cut short in August of 2001, and the Jeremy DeLiner Memorial Scholarship Fund has been set up to celebrate his memory and in hope that his passing will encourage others to drive more responsibly. The winner of the 2020 Jeremy DeLiner Memorial Scholarship is Bailey McQuarrie.
Good evening. My name is Takia Pikett, Dean of Discipline and Teacher on Assignment here at Seabreeze High School. I have the pleasure of announcing the following students for their awards and accomplishments. The First United Methodist Church of Ormond Beach Scholarship Fund was conceived in 1972 using memorial gifts from families and friends of longtime member Sam Black. Through many additional gifts, the fund has made it possible for more than 100 students to pursue their dreams through higher education. Jenna LeBlanc and Abby Okarski are the recipients of this year's scholarships. Edna Kemp was a teacher, friend, and loyal sand crab. Born in 1908, she was an English teacher at Seabreeze High School for over 40 years. In her honor, an endowment has been established from her estate, and this year's 5 outstanding seniors will receive a $1,000 scholarship based on high academics, achievements, and community service. Congratulations to this year's recipients, Leah Daniels, Madison Domeyer, Vivian Horvath, Jaden Koneski, and Mia Stringle. The Ormond Beach Chamber of Commerce Rob Ritter Scholarship is intended to recognize students for outstanding educational and community service achievements. Applicants must be a senior at the Volusia County High School and have a parent that is a member of the OBCC, show leadership both in and out of school, and demonstrate integrity, initiative, and strong character. 2 of this year's awards go to seniors Hunter Murphy and Paulina Slick. The Andy Romano Memorial Scholarship is sponsored by the Ormond Beach Lions Club in recognition of the outstanding efforts of Mr. Romano throughout the Ormond Beach community. The 2020 Andy Romano Scholarship will go to Michaela Pendlebury.
Good evening, seniors, parents, everyone watching. I'm Mrs. LaGrata. I'm an assistant principal, and I have the distinct honor tonight of recognizing our special award and achievement recipients. The Ormond Beach Rotary Club Darcy Akers Scholarship is named after Darcy Akers, who was tragically killed in an automobile accident in 1986 while en route to the University of Florida in Gainesville. The purpose of this scholarship is to provide meaningful 4-year scholarships for Ormond Beach residents. Congratulations to Michaela Pendlebury for receiving this award. The Ormond Beach Elks Lodge 2193 is a long supporter of our area's youth. Through the tireless efforts of their members, each year they provide scholarships to 2 local seniors. This year's winners of the Ormond Beach Elks Lodge Most Valuable Student Award goes to Anna Sanchez and Logan Stewart. Phi Delta Kappa, also known as PDK, is a professional association of educators that, among other activities, supports future educators. Each year, the East Central Florida chapter of PDK awards scholarships to 10 Volusia County High School seniors intending to major in education. Tonight, one of these recipients is Sydney Jackson.
Good evening. Congratulations, class of 2020. My name is Susan Lilly, and I am a teacher, and I work with the guidance team with graduation assurance at Seabreeze High School. It is an honor and privilege to present awards tonight to the well-deserved recipients. You have done an outstanding job and worked hard throughout your high school career, ending in an unforeseen distance learning environment. Tonight, we recognize your hard work, dedication, and determination. The Tom Schlageter Memorial Scholarship Fund has been established by an appreciative group of Tom's former baseball players. A scholarship will be awarded annually to a Seabreeze High School baseball player who exhibits excellent character on the field, off the field, and in the classroom. This year's award goes to Joe Justice. The Elizabeth Savigny Scholarship is given each year to a graduating senior who is interested in pursuing a career to help those with special needs. The Savigny family started this scholarship to help others to achieve their scholastic goals, and this year it will be presented to Rosie Vanyo. The branches of the United States military are made up of the most dedicated and respected enlistees in the world. The members of our military protect America's freedom and are always prepared to defend our nation when the need arises. At this time, we would like to congratulate the following seniors on their enlistment into the United States military. Seabreeze senior Hannah Fellows has enlisted in the U.S. Air Force. Senior Blake Justice has enlisted in the United States Marines. Senior Isaac Cabo will be joining the U.S. Navy. And Nicholas Evans.
Good evening. My name is Don Presley, and I am one of the assistant principals here at Seabreeze High School. It is my honor to recognize this year's recipients for the following awards. Each year, the Volusia Association of School Administrators awards the Allison Bowie Scholarship to one senior at each Volusia County High School who is planning on going into the field of education. Allison Bowie tragically lost her life before she could realize her dream of becoming a teacher and become a catalyst for learning in students. Her parents, Gail and Al Bowie, who are longtime Volusia County educators, would like to congratulate Seabreeze High School senior Lisa Jordan for being the recipient of this $500 scholarship. Amber Pinkerton will be attending the University of Central Florida, where she was selected to receive the top 10 Knight Scholarship. The Pegasus Scholarship at the University of Central Florida rewards students for outstanding academic performance, while at UCF, Robert Truer will receive a $14,000 Pegasus Scholarship. Congratulations to Faith Robertson for receiving a $5,000 scholarship from Salisbury University. Samantha Roberts will be attending Stetson University and has been awarded a Faculty Merit Scholarship, the Margaret Beach Scholarship, and the Stetson Achievement and Legacy Award. These scholarships will provide her with over $130,000 in aid during her time at Stetson. Lisa Jordan will also be attending Stetson University and has been awarded the Stetson Merit Scholarship and the Bonner Program Scholarship from Stetson University, which will provide her with over $60,000 per year in financial assistance.
Ashlyn Core's most influential person is Miss Coy. In Ashlyn's words, Miss Coy has taught me a lot about who I want to be. She has always made it clear that she was there to help if we were struggling, making the weight of the task seem less menacing and allowing us to focus on our creative side. She was always entirely honest with us, and that allowed me to trust her with everything I came to her with. In the work that I did on the yearbook, I found what my career goals were, and as I watched how Miss Coy presented herself, I found who I wanted to model myself after.
Hi, my name is Hunter Murphy, and my most influential award goes to Mr. Goldstone, and I'm very honored to give him this award. He is an awesome, very relaxed, easy to learn with teacher. During lunch, he'd always have his doors open for anything that a student might need, or just to get away from the stressful school life for an hour. I am very lucky to have had him as a teacher, and I am forever grateful to call him a friend. Thank you, Mr. Goldstone.
My name is Jackie Myers, and my most influential person is Mr. Goldstone. Every time I step into Mr. Goldstone's room, a sigh of relief escapes from within. A place to laugh, learn, and just have fun. He would constantly make sure I was okay, and always remembered the little things, the things no one else noticed. My list of inside jokes and memories with Mr. Goldstone is never ending. He helped me through my darkest times to accomplish my biggest goals. Thank you, Mr. Goldstone, for all that you do. I can't imagine my high school experience without you.
Anna Sanchez's most influential person is Mr. Goldstone. In Anna's words, throughout high school, I've met many amazing people, including teachers, friends, and coaches. Someone that truly stood out was Mr. Goldstone. Any student who gets the amazing opportunity to have him as an instructor will not only learn from the best, but also gain a great friend in the process. He has been the most caring and sensational teacher, and I want to thank him for everything he has done. No professor in college will compare to Mr. Goldstone. Ashley Gartrell's most influential person is Mrs. Paul. In Ashley's words, Mrs. Paul is, and always will be, the epitome of a great teacher. In the midst of stressful finals, tedious college applications, toxic friend groups, and last-minute assignments, Mrs. Paul is someone to lean on for support in every category. Her words have value, and the way she loves her students when they need it most is unmatched. Through everything, Mrs. Paul has taught me how to always go forth and be kind, and I cannot thank her enough for that.
My name is Lisa Jordan, and my most influential person is Mrs. Paul. Mrs. Paul has been there for me on my best of days, like when I found out I got into Stetson on a huge scholarship, and on my worst of days when it felt like nobody understood how I felt and no one was on my side to support me. Mrs. Paul has always been here to keep my feet on the ground and to remind me that my life is mine and not anybody else's. Mrs. Paul has been a constant in my life since junior year, and I know we will remain friends after my graduation day. Thank you so much for all you have done, Mrs. Paul. I know I couldn't have gotten through these last 2 years of high school without your support. I hope I can make you proud.
My name is Emily Rock, and my most influential person is Mrs. Paul. There is not one person that I think deserves this more than Mrs. Paul. She is not only a role model to all of her students, but a shining light in Building 9. Seabreeze has a lot of amazing teachers, but Mrs. Paul is one of the greatest teachers of all. She will pull you aside to make sure you are okay. She has the best storytelling voices and makes you feel like a little kid with her words. Sitting on her black couch is one of the highlights I have of my senior year. Mrs. Paul is that blanket of comfort in our home away from home. There isn't just one core memory with Mrs. Paul, though, because every day in her class was something special.
My name's Libby Wolfgold, and my most influential person is Mrs. Paul. She has been the greatest influence on my high school career. She helped me grow not only academically, but as a person. Mrs. Paul is a part of the foundation of what makes the school great. I feel that my actions reflect the morals I found in her classroom. I don't think I would have been the person I am today without knowing her. In her classroom, nobody feels excluded. They don't feel like they don't belong. I can say with full certainty that I love Miss Paul with my entire heart.
Samantha Zinn's most influential person is Mrs. Paul. In Samantha's words, having Mrs. Paul's class is a rite of passage. You cannot have the best Seabreeze experience without taking her junior English class. The time and care she took with me was more than I've seen from any teacher, and she does that with dozens of students. During major life events, she was so supportive of me and encouraged me to keep going, and that I had a bright future ahead. She is my voice of reason and always steered me in the right direction. She is truly loved and will be missed by not only me, but so many other students.
Hello, class of 2020. I come to you virtually as we continue to navigate a new normal in the face of the coronavirus pandemic. It took the last bit of our senior year without any hesitation, and as it continues, we must do our part to stay safe. But hopefully one day soon, we will all be together again to officially close the chapter in our time at Seabreeze High School. We spent the last part of our senior year in the four walls of our bedroom. The halls that we roamed around every day at Seabreeze were left empty. I don't think we could ever forget the halls we walked around for the past 4 years of our lives. The halls you smiled in as you passed some of the people closest to your heart. The halls where you passed a sea of other people with familiar faces. You didn't even need to know who they were, just their familiar face to add comfort to your day. Being surrounded by the same people for 4 years has a way of doing that. I'm saying all this because I want you to look back at your time with a reflective eye. Obviously, I know we can all return to Seabreeze, visit some of our teachers, roam the halls once more, but we won't be able to see the faces of our peers around us. We won't be able to feel that comfort. We will be in a different place in life. We will soon be graduates. I'm sure we can all agree that the memories from high school feel like a kaleidoscope inside of our minds. They swirl in the back of your head. Some memories are more vivid than others, filled with color and light, and others are slightly more gray, and then there's some that are just black. Seabreeze doesn't just hold memories we are fond of. It holds the thoughts we've had here over the course of 4 years, whether it be about the several tests we had, our friend's latest drama, or the boy or girl you are fond over at the moment. It holds our dreams of what we want to achieve in life and the progression of those dreams. It holds the tears that you wept here over whatever you were going through. It holds all of the laughs that you let out. It holds all of the time you spend in each and every one of your classes. But most importantly, Seabreeze holds a piece of our hearts. Seabreeze will always be a part of us. We will go far in life, but it will always be there to remind us of some very fond memories and as a piece of what has shaped us into who we all are. We have made it through a lot, and I would not have wanted to go on this journey with anyone else. We will go far, class of 2020.
The next group of honorees has earned the status of magna cum laude, GPA of 3.7 to 3.8. Vanessa Cristaldi, Ashling Kaur, Haley Cruz, Madison Dvorak, Caitlin Ferdinand, Heiko Folkerts, Ethan Gernert, Victor Lipsy, Catherine Masters, Brianna McLaughlin, Nicole Miller, Michael Mitchell, Nolan Nevelos, Carissa Pasco, Abigail Pruitt, Kayla Van Dorn.
Hello, I'm Mr. Weinrich, representing the Social Studies Department. Each year, the Advanced Social Studies Scholar Award is presented to those seniors who have showed interest, ability, and leadership in the social sciences by excelling in at least 3 of the advanced courses offered here at Seabreeze. These students represent our hope in the areas of government, psychology, history, culture, and economics. This year, they will be awarded with a copy of 1,000 Places to See Before You Die by Patricia Schultz as a way to remind these young leaders during this time of sheltering and isolation that exploring, learning, and connecting with other people and cultures always has value. The recipients of this year's award are Kylie Beck, Hannah Burke, Louis DeSicco, Vivi Feigenbaum, Alex Foge, Trey Heller, Daniel Horton, Lisa Jordan, Jaden Koneski, Andrew LaGrata, Jenna LeBlanc, Jennifer Logg, Tanya Luby, Hunter Murphy, Anna Sanchez, Madison Sloan, Robert Troyer, Rahaf Zaha, and Samantha Zinn. Congratulations to all the recipients.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Oberst. I'm pleased to represent the PTSA of Seabreeze High School, who has donated 2 $500 scholarships to be awarded to 2 of our most outstanding students from the class of 2020. These students, who were either contestants themselves last year or who have volunteered for the pageant for the last 4 years, stepped up, took on the roles of student directors. They worked closely with me to plan, stage, implement, and promote the show, as well as help and encourage this year's contestants. Thank you so much to Sydney Jackson, Jackie Myers, and Juliana Tenike for your commitment and hard work to the show. This year's recipients were chosen from a pool of candidates who all donated hundreds of community service hours, maintained excellent GPAs, and completed an essay to be considered for this award. I am pleased to be able to present the Seabreeze PTSA scholarships to Taylor Hogan and Abby Okarski.
So in 2016, Coach Guion and I started a new tradition for the girls soccer program, and it's to honor the senior that has the top GPA on the team. And this year, that senior scholarship award for the top scholar athlete goes to Kara Haas. Kara, congratulations. Coach Guion and Coach Canfield and I are extremely proud of you. You take care of yourself.
Hi, I'm Jen Campanella. I'm the Seabreeze Senior Student Council sponsor, and I'd like to introduce to you our 6 Senior Student Council senators: Tim Moore, Penny Lane Toomey, Hannah Burke, Jackie Myers, and our 2 co-presidents, Louis DeSicco and Vivi Feigenbaum.
The State of Florida Seal of Biliteracy is an award given in recognition of students who have studied and attained proficiency in 2 or more languages by high school graduation. I would like to recognize and congratulate the American Sign Language students that I have had for 4 years that are eligible to receive the Florida Seal of Biliteracy. They are Leah Daniels, Madison Domeyer, Natalia Latona, Rihanna Sinani, Juliana Tenike, Carolyn Rosie Banyo, and Brooklyn Velasco. I am very proud of you all. Now, Senora Feliciano would like to recognize the Spanish students.
And I am also very proud to recognize and congratulate the following students. For the Gold Seal of Biliteracy, Kylie Beck, Jaden Koneski, Jenna LeBlanc, Tanya Lube, Skyma Douglas, Jasmine Martinez, Karina Nieves, Ana Sanchez, Emily Scuteri, Paulina Slick, Emily Stepniak, Logan Stewart, Robert Chur, Rahab Zaza. And for the silver seal, we have Zane DeRenzo, David Miranda, Gladys Ortiz, Baylor Ouellette, Abby Pace. The following students are eligible for the Florida Seal of Biliteracy: Alexander Cromarty, Dominic Gebauer, Jacqueline Myers, Otto Weston.
Now it's time for more students to recognize that most influential adult during their time at Seabreeze. Jenna LeBlanc's most influential person is Mr. Huckabee. In Jenna's words, "As much as I love calculus, I am confident much of my love for it stems from the fact that I was blessed with an incredible teacher in the subject. I had Mr. Huckabee as a teacher for my junior and senior years, and he never failed to make his classroom an environment that is comforting and inviting, as well as academically stimulating and challenging. He taught me what it means to be kind, introspective, patient, and understanding, as well as how important it is to care about learning beyond a grade. I have immense respect for him and wish I could have had the privilege of being his student for far longer than 2 years. My gratitude to him is something that I cannot begin to put into words." Tanya Luby's most influential person is Mr. Huckabee. In Tanya's words, "Coach Huckabee has supported me in everything I've done since freshman year. He was my favorite teacher my junior year and still is to this day. He was very supportive, and luckily, I've had the opportunity to be at the receiving end of that support several times throughout my high school career. Coach Huckabee saw potential in me as a runner and student that I hadn't seen before, which has given me a lot of confidence in myself, especially now as a graduating senior. I hope he knows how much of a positive impact he has had on me and how thankful I am to have had him as a teacher and a coach."
My name is Vivi Feigenbaum, and my most influential person is Miss Morgan. Miss Morgan is one of the most positive, loving, and caring staff members on campus, and her energy is contagious. On days that I wasn't feeling great or had a rough start to, she always managed to put a smile on my face and made me feel better without even knowing it. She is also super considerate and would always remember things I would tell her and ask how they went, whether it was a test or something else outside of school. Everyone needs a Miss Morgan in their life. She's a one-of-a-kind staff member, and I'm going to miss her dearly next year.
Vivian Horvath's most influential person is Mrs. Sieber. Mrs. Sieber was the most influential teacher I've ever had. I was always looking forward to walking into her classroom because it was full of joy and love. She would also help us with our personal life, which I love because we looked at each other as an avid family. She told us her past and all the rough times she has to go through to be here with us. She made everything so much easier through our high school career. I don't even know how I would have done it without her. Alexis Castus's most influential person is Mrs. Sieber. Before my high school career even began, Mrs. Sieber was already supporting me and leading me down the right path. Mrs. Sieber showed me that it is okay to break down and be vulnerable as long as you realize your strength and pick yourself back up again. She makes students feel loved, cared for, listened to, thought of. She always tells her students that they are a shining star, but she is the brightest of them all.
Hi, my name is Ben Kuftik, and my most influential person is Miss Sieber. I wouldn't be the person, let alone the student that I am today, without Miss Sieber. Never before have I met a more thoughtful, kind, caring teacher who believed in me more than I often do myself. She would always encourage us to keep an eye on our grades, our attendance, and most importantly, our future. When I had fears about my life, about school, and about myself, she was the one I told. Why? Because she listened. From coming into an unfamiliar world during my freshman year to now preparing to enter a world like I've never known, I feel content knowing that I'm prepared for the challenge. And the person who prepared me for that is Miss Sieber.
Hi, my name is Leah Daniels, and my most influential person is Miss Wilson. When I think of Miss Wilson, only positive things come to mind. She's truly motivating in her own way, not where you'd be scared if you didn't complete her work, but if you didn't complete it, you'd be afraid that you'd disappoint her, almost like she's your parent. Over the 3 years I had her as a teacher, I found she'd always listen to you no matter what you had to say, even if it was something silly. I found that I would have a very caring and loving teacher for the rest of high school, and that I could tell her anything and she wouldn't judge me. She would only give me the best advice.
My name is Rihanna Sinani, and my most influential person is Mrs. Wilson. Walking to first period on the first day of school felt nerve-wracking. I remember walking into ASL1 with Miss Wilson and seeing my best friend, and then I calmed down a little bit. Over the weeks, months, and years, Mrs. Wilson helped me grow as a signer and as a person. Her classroom was my safe space. She taught me that everything is temporary. She taught me to breathe and remember who I really am. She taught me that grades don't define me, whether they're good or bad. I'm more than grateful to say that I had the best teacher through all 4 years of high school. Miss Wilson will always have a special place in my heart. Thank you for everything.
My name is Rosie Vanyo, and my most influential person is Mrs. Wilson. When I think about high school in the future and all of the amazing times I had at Seabreeze, I know that her classroom will be a part of those great memories. Mrs. Wilson's room became my safe haven, where I felt I could be myself around my peers and where I feel I learned the most throughout my 4 years at Seabreeze. Mrs. Wilson is the reason I have started to push myself to do better for my future, which is why going to college is going to be difficult without her there, mentoring me through every step. Mrs. Wilson has been the most caring and compassionate teacher I've ever had, and for that, she is the person that has influenced me the most throughout my high school career. Hi, I'm Leah Daniels, and I'm playing Courant from Bach's First Cello Suite.
Class of 2020, 4 years. 4 years ago, our journey began across the peaceful beaches to our second home, which we call Seabreeze High School. As our first bell rang, freshman became our name. This is when it all started, dressed up in the new school uniform, unaware of what our journey would entail. Freshman year seems like worlds away. Late to Mr. Tyner's class by 10 minutes because you thought his room was a janitor's closet, or sitting upstairs building 2 for lunch. Freshman year taught us what not to be, learning from our mistakes. In the blink of an eye, we had our first high school football game and first pep rally. No one can ever take away our firsts, even if all of our lasts don't come. As our first set of keys dropped into our hands, sophomore year was upon us. We took our first AP classes. Though immersed in work, friends and freedom made it worthwhile. Sophomore year was our midpoint, and we started to understand just how quickly high school will come and go. Finally, we started to mature and became grateful for what we had. Junior year was the time of our lives, engulfed in freedom, but pressure still on seniors.
the nights at Panera and Starbucks, where essay analyses were finished and ionic bonds sort of made sense. Mr. and Miss Seabreeze and prom were the most significant nights of our lives. We were stunning as we showed the world the impact we will soon make. We learned how to work together to succeed, and together as class of 2020, we thrive. Senior year was finally at our fingertips. Senior year was our year, our finale. We began our last first day of high school, where senior sunset lit up the world, the hours on end applying to colleges, or thankfully, the last SAT. I still don't know if I'm a red or white day for Mr. Goldstone and Mr. Weinrich, and I'm not quite sure how many exact steps it is to the beach. But I do know Seabreeze is forever our home. Though our journey has come to an end, it isn't about the destination, but the path we've taken. The friends, the memories, the teachers. Class of 2020, the future is upon us, but please never forget how we got here. And the building right across the sweet sandy beaches filled with the memories that have made us who we are. Congrats to my fellow seniors, and thank you for these past 4 years.
Good evening. I'm Brad Montgomery, the Director of Athletics at Seabreeze High School. Each year, the administration recognizes the most valuable player in each sport and the most outstanding student in certain school organizations. It is my pleasure to introduce you to this year's 2019-2020 MVPs. Kobe Baird, co-MVP wrestling. Tanner Barnwell, boys varsity soccer. Kylie Beck, Academy of Allied Health. Connery Cassidy, girls swimming. Ariana Clearwater, center stage. Ashling Kaur, co-MVP yearbook. Zoe Emerson, co-MVP varsity softball. Ashley Gartrell, co-MVP digital video technology. Kara Haas, girls varsity soccer. Kara Haas, co-MVP varsity flag football. Kobe Clayson, co-MVP yearbook. Jaden Kineski, chorus. Andrew Lagrada, academic team. Victor Lipsy, co-MVP wrestling. Sky McDouglas, co-MVP digital video technology. Darius Malone, co-MVP boys varsity basketball. Bailey McQuarrie, co-MVP varsity flag football. Jackie Myers, American Musical Theater. Abby Okarski, girls tennis. Michaela Pendlebury, varsity cheerleading. Avery Randolph, co-MVP boys varsity basketball. Hannah Rice, visual arts. Tawana Richards, girls weightlifting. Samantha Roberts, girls varsity basketball. Faith Robertson, girls bowling. Emily Stepniak, Academy of Culinary Design. Otis Walker, varsity football. Samantha Zen, orchestra.
Because this year is such a memorable one, I thought, what better way to sum up our 18 years of life, but with poetry. Welcome. We are the class of 2020. We have experienced a lot already. In our short 18 years, we have lived through 3 heads of state, too many hurricanes to calculate. The first iPhone was released, and smoking rates have decreased. We have seen the first Mars rover landing, and the population of honeybees is expanding. We have lost people close to us, and people will watch on the big screen. From my grandma to Kobe Bryant, may their eternal rest be serene. We have been affected by mass casualty on one too many occasions, teaching us that we are beyond blessed to be at this celebration. We have partaken and watched uproars and movements, and had amazing teachers that made us even better students. We are alive for the invention of Twitter, Snapchat, and MySpace, and deadly viruses that we are forced to embrace. COVID-19 didn't only take the most important part of our senior year, but it changed the world's atmosphere. We couldn't hug each other and we had to stay 6 feet apart, but a deadly disease changed everyone's hearts. Everyone was affected by this pandemic in all forms, which pushed the human race to outshine, overcome, and perform. People that were underestimated became superheroes. Teachers and nurses are just a few that deserve checks with more zeros. I will never again assume toilet paper will always be in the stores or take for granted our beautiful sandy shores. I will miss couch talks with Mrs. Paul or conversing with friends while we walk the Red Locker halls. I will miss the pep rallies and football games that were filled with laughter and dashing to the teen-filled hooligans right after. I will miss attempting to dodge administration to avoid a dress code violation, or the heartfelt talks during halftime at all our soccer games. Coaches, your words will always run through our veins. I will miss small things like animal crackers with Kep and Spirit Week and racing to the senior lot so my teachers won't freak. Class of 2020, we were taught a valuable lesson. Although we were cheated out of a classic senior session, we now know that we can conquer anything that comes our way. So be bold and fearless and be confident in what you say, because the life we live has no guarantees. That being said, go Breeze.
Now it's time for more students to recognize that most influential adult during their time at Seabreeze.
My name is Lucy Ambrose, and my most influential person is Miss Cucurella. The teacher who influenced me the most over the past few years is Miss Cucurella. Not only was she a good teacher, Miss C helped me get through many things in life. I always felt like I could come to her with anything because she was always there to help. Overall, Miss C influenced me by always being so supportive and being there for me all the time. She will always be my favorite teacher and one that I will never forget.
My name is Jaden Koneski, and my most influential person is Miss Feliciano. Miss Feliciano has always been like a mother figure to me. When I visit her classroom, I know I will receive the biggest hug and a question of how I am doing and how my family is doing. Miss Feliciano is one of the reasons I participated in Mr. and Miss Seabreeze. She gave me the confidence I needed to accomplish something I never dreamed of. If she had never encouraged me to speak up and sing more, I probably would not have won Miss Seabreeze. The confidence that I possess now and will always possess was instilled by her, and I will be forever grateful.
My name is Bailey McQuarrie, and my most influential person is Mr. Freeze. I cannot even imagine how my high school experience would have gone if I had never met Coach Freeze. He has changed my outlook on life and has shaped who I am as a person today. Not only has he been influential in my football life, but he has also introduced me to some of my best friends at Seabreeze, the best buddy students. I may never have gotten involved with this special group of kids if I hadn't been in Freeze's room so often, watching film or studying the playbook. I would not even be the same person without Mr. Freeze being such an intricate part of my life. I am forever grateful that he really listened when I first said, "Excuse me, Coach."
My name is Hannah Burke, and my most influential person is Mr. Koskowski. To put into words everything I've learned from Mr. K would be simply impossible. It's something far too life-changing to be able to express verbally. He instilled a sense of inspiration in myself and my classmates, and I never felt so inspired as I did every first period sitting down to play the violin. It was Mr. K that showed me that genuine people still exist in this world, and his advice, lessons, and kind words will stick with me for the rest of my life.
Hi, my name is Johnson Sarek, and my most influential person was Mr. Norvell. I and Mr. Norvell my junior year for U.S. history, and every day was a new laugh and a new joke. I love that class so much, and I think of Mr. Norvell more as a friend than a teacher. Mr. Norvell, thank you for everything you've done for me, and I can't wait to see you.
Cody Park's most influential person is Mrs. Palau. In Cody's words, my time at Seabreeze High School has been great. There were a few people at every corner helping me and egging me on to do great. However, there was no one greater than Mrs. Palau. The 3 years I spent with her from the main office to the attendance office were some of the best times of my life. She's watched me grow up into the person I am today. Mrs. Palau has inspired me to be a better person, to cherish and understand the world and the people around me. So, Mrs. Palau, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for supporting me and most of all, believing in me. I could have not done this without you.
Hi, my name is Sky McDouglas, and my most influential person is Mr. Phillips. Mr. Phillips, you are one tough cookie. The icon of the classic grumpy professor that everybody fears for the first month of school but grows to love by the end of it. I learned so many things about the world in your class that I couldn't have learned in any other. I learned to enjoy writing, but I also learned to respect it. More than anything, ever since your class, writing became a part of who I am. It's helped me more than anything in the past few years, not just in school, but in life. It got me through the toughest times and even healed my soul. I can truly say I might not have had that without you, Mr. Phillips.
Hannah Peterson's most influential person is Mr. Phillips. In Hannah's words, Mr. Phillips, I would like to begin by thanking you for not only being a teacher, but also a mentor to me throughout my time at Seabreeze. You have helped me throughout high school to become the person I am today. I don't take advice seriously from many people, but from you, I always considered what you had to say as something important. Thank you for helping me become the student and person I am today, and thank you for pushing me to always do better than I did before.
My name is Jordan Ackerman, and my most influential person is Miss Tucker. Miss Tucker's only been at Seabreeze for 1 year, and I was only able to be in her class for 3/4 of that year. But the relationship that we built and the impact on my life have been way bigger than I could have ever thought. She became almost a second mother figure to me with the relationship that we were able to build in such a short time. I would always ask her little things about life that had nothing to do with school, and she would give me answers. She always found a way to make me smile, even if I was not feeling like being at school that day. She's an amazing human being in so many ways, and that's why she's my most influential.
Never in a million years would have I expected us to be giving this speech sitting 6 feet apart in a recorded video.
You're telling me. I think it's safe to say that when we were told senior year would be unforgettable, this is not what we expected.
Starting off the year with a hurricane and ending it with a global pandemic. I couldn't imagine it any other way.
I think we officially won the award for Best Senior Prank by turning Senior Skip Day into Senior Skip Months.
Although this year we have lost some very important figures in our lives, had rampaging wildfires in Australia, adjusted to life with the coronavirus, and had an invasion of killer hornets, our class of 2020 has accomplished so much and defied the odds.
This is our time to recognize and celebrate all of the hard work and incredible moments that have happened over the course of the last 4 years at Seabreeze High School.
To start off freshman year, we had a new uniform policy saying goodbye to crop tops and muscle shirts. Mr. Tweedy always asking those with ripped jeans if they got into a fight.
I remember those glorious moments, being shunned at pep rallies with newspapers and standing on our tiptoes at sporting events in the last rows.
Going into sophomore year, we were able to witness a solar eclipse right from our campus.
Unlike several kids, I know my retinas are intact because I had a pair of those eclipse glasses.
One of the fondest moments of junior year was when that man on the Votran bus got us out of class early.
I remember that day. I played cornhole in Miss Price's class for 3 hours straight.
We can't forget one of the most powerful moments was when students came together for a walkout to honor those who lost their lives in the Parkland shooting.
And now, the big finale, senior year. And we started the year strong with those beautiful, shiny black fences.
Or as I like to say, dress code traps.
Through school spirit days, we managed to dress up as senior citizens, hippies in inflatable dinosaur costumes for Decades Day, race down the halls on Razor scooters decked out in blue and gold, and we managed to make everybody cringe with our ugly Christmas sweaters.
We were finally able to wave our Seabreeze flag and show our sand crab pride at games.
Being able to sit front row and finally seeing the field at football games.
Well, that wasn't a problem for me.
But it was a problem for me. Thank goodness for online classes first period, because coming to school at 8 a.m. this year was not the move.
Well, we've exceeded your expectations and finished out the school year all online. Special shout out to our amazing teachers that made the adjustment a little easier.
Now, time for some sport highlights. Everyone who wore a Seabreeze jersey should be so proud to represent such an astounding school.
Our boys soccer team made it to states 3 consecutive years, and our boys golf and bowling teams made it to states this year.
Our cross country, track, and Special Olympics teams took home many medals. Shout out to our Special Olympics basketball team for making it to Seattle in previous years.
Our flag football team, swim teams, weightlifting teams, wrestling members, tennis teams, and basketball teams made it to districts.
Thank you to our baseball, softball, Halifax rowing students, volleyball, and cheer teams for all your dedication.
Congrats to our football team for having a comeback season this year. It was a little painful the first 3 years, but we knew you could do it.
Our band, chorus, and color guard earning superiors in performances, and our marching 100 and orchestra representing us in London. And, of course, our talented members of AMT putting on several amazing musicals.
Congrats to our Mr. and Miss Seabreeze, Tim Moore and Jaden Koneski. Our class has contributed lots of service hours and time to our community through on-campus clubs.
And a special thank you to our staff members for providing free pizza in meetings.
All of the long talks with our beloved Building 9 teachers.
Being chased by Mr. Lilly on his golf cart.
Calculating the opportunity cost of going to Chick-fil-A for lunch but being late for economics. Sorry, Mr. Weiner.
And hearing Mr. Rawlings say, the choice is yours every single day.
Ultimately, it is. And we have to make the best of our situation, never forgetting the class of 2020.
Living and learning from these experiences, these moments and memories have made us who we are.
As always, once a sand crab,
always a sand crab.
Finally, our highest level of recognition, summa cum laude, will be recognized. These graduates have earned a GPA of 3.9 and higher. Jordan Ackerman, Jake Alexander, Erica Alfonso, Lucy Ambrose, Dylan Anderson, Tanner Barnwell, Kylie Beck, Jack Belanca, Catherine Brick, Davia Brooks, Hannah Burke, Connery Cassidy, John Sinceric III, Elijah Coleman, Marissa Collins, Leah Daniels, Shaya Daryush, Luciano Da Silva, Haley Diversa, Louis DeSico, Richard DiRienzo, Madison Domeyer, Matthew Donlick, Zoe Emerson, Dominic Escobalis, Viviana Feigenbaum, Alyssa Fletcher, Brianna Fletcher, Alexander Foge, Jordan Frost, Jack Gow, Ashley Gartrell, Dominic Gebauer, Jordan Glenn, Rami Gurgis, Kara Haas, Faith Hannon, Alyssa Hanrahan, Trey Heller, Taylor Hogan, Jaron Hopkins, Daniel Horton, Vivian Horvath, Kennedy Howard, Cottrell Johnson, Elise Jones, Lisa Jordan, Blake Justice, Joseph Justice, Alexia Castis, Nikita Kromoff, Anaya King, Kobe Clayson, Juliana Cleos, Jaden Koneski, Benjamin Kuftick, Andrew Lagrada, Jenna LeBlanc, Grace Lincolnhoker, Jennifer Logg, Julia Long, Tanya Lube, Sky McDouglas, Catherine Marinaccio, Bailey McQuarrie, Tiffany Mosheri, Timothy Moore, Isaac Morden, Matthew Mundy Jr., Hunter Murphy, Jacqueline Myers, Karina Nieves, Abigail Bakarski, Baylor Olette, Austin Palmer, Mahir Patel, Tabitha Patrick, Michaela Pendlebury, Hannah Peterson, Amber Pinkerton, Hannah Rice. Samantha Roberts. Anna Sanchez. Kayla Sandin Colheffer. Alexis Schwind. Emily Scuteri. Rihanna Sinani. Paulina Slick. Logan Stewart. Mia Striegel. Jacob Taylor. Juliana Tenaik. Penny Toomey. Robert Truer. Ria Belsadia. Brooklyn Velasco. Ian Witchley. Rahaf Zaza. Samantha Zinn.
Welcome back, everyone. Now it is time for the Super Crabs of the Year. Each quarter, select students are chosen by a diverse panel of educators with faculty and staff input as Super Crabs of the Quarter. Now it is time to announce our Super Crabs of the Year. Congratulations to the following students for their achievements. It is my pleasure to recognize our Super Crab Scholars of the Year, Alex Foge and Tanya Lube. And now our Super Crab Citizens of the Year. Congratulations to Louis DeSico and Jenna LeBlanc. Congratulations goes out to our Super Crabs of the Year Special Achievers, Tim Moore and Vivi Figgenbaum. And last but certainly not least, congratulations to our Super Crab Athletes of the Year, Avery Randolph and Kara Haas. Congratulations to all of our Super Crabs. Parents, guardians, guests, and students, I hope that you've enjoyed this evening's program. I would like to thank our entire community for their support during this unique and challenging school year. Seniors, we are so proud of all of your accomplishments throughout the year, and we know great success awaits each of you. Don't forget to monitor our website, www.seabreezehigh.org, for updates as the summer progresses toward our July graduation. Graduation rehearsal will take place at the Ocean Center July 6th at 7:30 a.m. and graduation will be held July 9th at 8:30 a.m. We hope to see everyone there. Everyone have a great evening.
Give me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. By the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.